Lori Kimball, and I'm the current Cokato Chamber President for the Chamber of Commerce. We just wanted to thank everyone who came out here today, both the vendors that have all of the booths going, sharing information about their products and services. We want to thank the people of the local community for coming out and learning both about the vendors and participating in the pancake breakfast hosted by the Lions. We really appreciate both the Lions doing the work to get those people out on a cold Saturday morning. Thank you to SWTV for being here filming so that we can share more about this event. And a big thank you to Johanna Ellison, who is our Expo chair. She makes sure that we're able to bring all of this together in conjunction with Sarah Keski Roofer, who hosts the Health Expo part of it. It is just a great way to build community, to get people together in the doldrums of winter, and to celebrate the community that we live in.
Hello, my name is Emma Stanley, and I am the 2025-26 Miss Cokato.
And I'm Ava Borg, the 2025-26 Princess, and we are looking forward to interviewing some of these businesses here at the Business Expo, and it's going to be super fun.
Hello, my name is Emma, and I'm here today with Jeffrey Putnam. So, Jeff, can you tell us what business you're a part of?
I'm a real estate agent for Elevate Realty. Here out of Cokato, I work out of Dassel area.
And when did you start this business?
Approximately 4 years ago. I do it part-time. I'm a full-time worker for Wright County, so I do this part-time on the side. So.
How did you get the idea or concept to start?
I'm getting close to retiring, and I didn't want to actually quit working, so I thought real estate would be something good to get into, and I talk to people. You know I like to talk to people, don't you say that? So, yeah, it's just a good way to meet people and talk to people, keep engaged, keep working.
All right, what are some of your motivations to keep going with this?
Meeting people. I love meeting people. Helping people find the home that they're looking for, or the land, or the lake home, or or sell their place. People like to sell and then relocate. I just like helping people do that. So
that's a very good motivation. Yeah. What is some advice you have to other entrepreneurs who are going to start their own business or come up with something?
Follow your heart. If you're doing something that you you want to do and your heart's not telling you to do it, don't do it. But if you naturally go into it, your heart's telling you to do that, you follow that. I'll always believe that.
Yeah, it's very good advice. What is your personal definition of success?
Oh, happiness. Be happy. Happy with what you're doing.
Where would you like to see this business, Elevate Realty, going in about 5 to 10 years?
I'd like to be doing it full time, and I'd like to do it as long as I'm able to do it. So I'd like this business to be, and in order to do that, your business has to keep growing. So you got to keep growing the business. So my goal is retirement, and to do this after retirement. So to grow my business. That's where I'd like to see it.
That's a good plan. Do you have a phone number and email that people can reach you for
Absolutely.
This?
My phone number is 320-282-7522. And my email is jeffputnam30@gmail.com.
What's your favorite part about being in Elevate Realty?
Knowing I found some place that somebody truly loves, and you can sense their happiness, and they weren't forced into it, and just knowing they're truly happy with their decision, and I was a part of that. So,
how has your business changed now versus when you started out?
I don't need near as much help from my broker when I'm doing something. Things come more naturally. The more you do it, the more natural it comes.
Yeah.
And so that's probably the most important thing. So.
Hi, I'm here today with Scott Sundblad and Cole. Scott, when did you join this business or start it?
Yeah, I joined the Kingdom Builders in 2019, but it's been around for over 20 years.
That's really cool. And what is your job in the Kingdom Builders?
So I'm a sales rep, and so meeting with customers and planning projects with them, giving them proposals, and making sure that it's completed to their desire and satisfaction.
What is one of your favorite parts about what you do?
Seeing customers satisfied and pleased with what we've done in terms of exterior work, roofing, siding, windows. Yeah, when customers are satisfied, that makes us really excited.
So with windows and all that, sounds like a lot of math. Is that ever difficult, or is it just comes naturally?
I've got a lot of tools to work with, but that's not too much of a challenge.
What would be some challenges that you've gone through?
Well, the flip side of having satisfied customers or people that maybe aren't satisfied, or we want to get it right. So we'll come back, we'll get things fixed and so forth, and we want to persevere and make sure that our customers are content. But sometimes, there's challenges, whether it's production or materials or whatever. Weather, we're working outside and we live in Minnesota, so those are some of the challenges. So we just want to keep persevering and make sure things are done the way that they should be done.
That's great. And from when you started in 2019, how does that look different from when you started versus now?
In 2019, we were primarily doing roofing and gutters. And in the meantime, now we've done a lot more siding, a lot more windows, a lot with this guy here. He's helped us develop our windows and siding and so forth. So we've added more products and more opportunities for our company.
That's really great. How do you advertise mainly for your business?
We're on the radio. We're developing more online, social media, and so forth, but various radio stations in the Twin Cities.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for letting me interview you. It was nice to meet you guys again. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Well, hello again. I am here with
Brett Bluedorn.
the owner of Blue Door Builders. First of all, you're the owner. So when did you start your business?
2007.
2007. So yeah, you've been in business for almost 20 years then. Yeah. So how did you kind of come up with that idea to start this business?
Oh, I just always had a thought to go on my own and give it a try and try build houses, and it's gone well. So
How has your business kind of changed from when you first started to now?
well, we started with just myself, and now we have, usually 20 some people working for us, and we started with small jobs, which we still do, and now we build houses and frame apartments and stuff. So bigger jobs, I guess, in some ways.
That's great. I'm assuming that's a lot of physical labor then. So do you find that hard, like once you've been building so many houses?
No, it's satisfying to get out and see what you can do in a day. Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being the owner of your own business?
Oh, I like to see my employees satisfied and my customers satisfied.
Do you find it that some customers are harder to please than others, or is it like you have a pretty good run?
Yeah, we all have our natures, so
Yeah.
just some people are harder to please, but we try to please everyone. So
Have you had any, what are some significant lessons you've learned through this, business you've built?
what it comes down to is just make sure the customer's happy. Even if it is you're not making money on it, you got to keep the customer happy, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've built all of these houses then? Those are beautiful. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for talking with us today. It was so nice interviewing you.
Hi, we're back with custom golf carts, and I'm going to be interviewing Rob and Cade. And so, Rob, what is one thing that made you want to start this business?
Yeah, great question. Being able to be a local business and support, some of what we do locally is part of it. But then, golf carts, we're selling fun. So that doesn't really suck. So it's been a good time.
So it's pretty fun. What is some of your favorite parts or motivations for this business?
Yeah, great question. Again, I think the community support is a big part of it. And then just being able to serve a niche for the community.
What is your definition of success?
Wow, definition of success is not just the numbers, right? It's being able, like I say, kind of meet a need and help people out if they're looking for not only golf carts, but we also sell vehicles. So we've been able, a lot of students, a lot of kids have bought cars from us as well. So that's also serving a need.
Well, I'm looking into buying a car, so I'll probably have to contact you guys sometime. So moving forward, what are some of the challenges that you faced starting the business and running it?
Yeah, great question. Right now, probably the biggest concern or issue we're kind of fighting is the tariffs. A lot of the parts that our carts are made from are coming from overseas, and we're not able to get a lot of inventory.
Yeah, that's got to be hard. So with that, how do you deal with that? Like, obviously you have to be waiting for it, but how can you make the carts when you just can't have the parts like that?
Yeah, inventory is of concern, right? But another big part that Kate is, a big part of is the service side of what we do. So we're helping people with being able to maintain their carts as well.
Yeah. And so being the owner, what does your day-to-day schedule look like?
Great question. Right now it's a little bit slower because it's pretty cold. People aren't doing a lot of golf cart traveling or golfing, but we're going to be gearing up very soon. Come the end of March, April, we're going to get very busy with golf carts. So that's really what we're trying to do right now is ramp up, as well as try and make sure that people that are looking for a good used car can find one.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And Cade, for you, what does your day-to-day look like as a mechanic?
I normally get there around 9, 10-ish, and then just kind of work on whatever project I was given that day. I'm either doing a maintenance and just changing fluids on a cart, or sometimes I'm tearing it half apart and taking the engine out of it. Like, it's very different day to day, so it's definitely something that's fun.
What are some of your biggest role models for business?
Wow, the biggest role models for business, other than there are some big dealerships throughout the state, but we're kind of a niche here in central Minnesota. So we're trying to make things a little more convenient for people as opposed to having to travel to the cities, as an example.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for having us. This was great.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right. We are here with Aaron and Austin today. And can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Certainly. We run a water treatment outfit. We do water softeners and other treatment outfit, meaning that any troubles that people are having with their water, we're happy to help them, whether it's a purified drinking water system or iron filtration, and water softeners, of course.
All right. And so, Aaron, you're the owner of this business. So you started this. So how many years ago did you start that?
We've been doing this 23 years now. New this year, we have a new addition. That'd be my son Austin helping, and we're excited that he can take this to the next level.
So, Austin, what is your role now coming into the company, if you don't mind me asking?
Mostly just helping out Dad any way he needs, getting into tight places that he can't really get into anymore or he'll hurt himself. So that's what I'm useful for.
That's great. Thank you. All right. So you started 23 years ago. So how has your business kind of changed from when you first started to now, obviously with the addition of your son?
There's been some improvements to the equipment over the years. Things have gotten more economical. Things have gotten more efficient. So the old salt hog softeners are a thing of the past. We now sell units that are extremely efficient, and if you're tired of carrying salt to your softener, we'd encourage you to possibly upgrade to something that doesn't need so much.
There you go. That's perfect. Thank you. So how did you kind of get the idea to start this business?
Honestly, I was working for my folks, and they did dairy equipment, and in dairy equipment, the farmers need nice clean water for their milk houses and pipelines and things. So when one business bought another back in 1999, I learned about water softeners, and it's a while ago now. Yeah.
What's been kind of some learning curves you've gone through over the years with being in the water treatment business?
There's changes in technology. We used to use harsh chemicals in order to do iron filtration, and nowadays a system like our twin take system here, we just use oxygen in order to make that happen. So it pulls the air bubble from the room and uses that in order to change the iron in form to be caught by the bed and then backwashed back out. So simply technology changes over time, and we in accordance with that sell different equipment than we used to.
Where would you like to see your business going in about the 5 to 10 year mark?
At some point, we're going to be more online than we are now. We've been very small in our way of our path. Our path has always been an upward trend, but a small hill. When we go onto an online type of source, maybe we go farther with our business. Maybe we drive further, but honestly, here in Dassel-Cokato, we're quite happy doing work here. So it's okay that our incline of our business has been just that, an incline.
Yeah. Technology is definitely making a way through the world. Well, what is your favorite part about owning your own business?
The favorite part is taking care of my customers as they want and need to be. So everybody's needs are a little bit different, but what we want is for people to be happy with their water in the end, and that is our main want.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today, both of you. So, yeah, anything you want to say to the people?
You should contact me for better water.
There you go. Thank you, guys. It was so fun talking to you.
Thank you.
We're back and we are with Gary, and you are the owner of this business for A&E Outdoors. So when you started, what did that look like with the challenges that you had to deal with?
So I started the business kind of with nothing, and obviously I have a family here to provide for, so the stresses of that, the risks that you take is definitely overwhelming, but just kept pushing through, and now we're here. So
Yeah. And so when you started, what was your motivation for starting?
I just always had a passion in landscaping. I started it right out of high school. Kind of little preface here, before I was done with high school, I thought I was going to be an auto mechanic. Got into one of these fields and I was like, yeah, this is it. Then we had our kids and told my wife, like, you know, this is something that I see myself doing one day. And sure enough, 5 years later, we started it, and yeah.
That's really great. So from the time you started till now, what have some changes looked like, or how's it different?
Sure. So yeah, this year there's going to be a lot of big changes. You know, we've kind of put our foot into the community here. Just love doing things around the area, helping people out, and I think that's really helped us get our name out there.
Do you have any advice for anyone who's looking to start a business?
Yeah, just jump, just go for it, honestly. If there's somebody out there that's looking forward to like starting their own business, I know that the main constraints there are like, well, I don't know if it's for me, I don't know how hard this is going to be, and just take the risk. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, you go back to working the job you were at. So
That's really great. And so now that you gave some advice, do you take advice from anyone, like specifically a business, or what's your bigger role models or inspirations?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I talk to a lot of contractors, not just in our area. We all kind of help each other out. Right now I have like a business coach, mentor, Logan Sendel, and that's helped greatly. We have like a community of like 300 to 400 contractors in there that are all motivated to kind of do better. So that's kind of the big push there.
And lastly, how do you advertise mainly for your business?
Mainly organic advertisements. I mean, Facebook, doing stuff like this in the community, door-to-door, door hangers, door knocking, and then just kind of like part of our sales process and our like customer retention is like we do gift bags at the end of jobs, basically something for our customers to remember us and also invite, you know, their friends to come on. If you do a good job, they're gonna tell people about you.
Yeah. That's great. And then do you have anything else you'd like to add for anyone to know about your business?
No. You'll see us everywhere. So that's really it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Hello. We are here today with Walter of Snap Air. So, Walter, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Sure. Yeah, company name Snap Air, Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We take care of heating, cooling, plumbing, air duct cleaning, dryer vent cleaning, pretty much anything that the home needs involving heating or plumbing. We also do whole home performance testing where we can test the envelope of the home to make sure the insulation is good or vapor barriers and such. There's a lot more to a heating system than just a furnace.
Yeah.
It's the whole system. It's kind of a three-legged deal. You need your duct design, furnace has to work properly, and you need the whole envelope of the home done correctly.
Nice. You're obviously the owner. How many years ago did you start this company?
Yeah, I am the owner. I've been in business for over 20 years now, We rebranded. We have a new company name. Well, 6 years ago, I changed the company name to Snap Air. But now just this year, we're rebranding with different colors, a different logo, getting more known out there with our billboards and all that stuff. So,
And can I ask what the company's name was before Snap Air?
prior to Snap Air, I had a company called the Heating System Specialties, and we merged with another company called Sam Hendrickson Plumbing and Heating. And once we merged, we renamed it to Snap Air.
When you first started out the company, what were some challenges you faced trying to get more out there almost?
Yeah, so when I first started out, it was myself with one of my sons helping me out, and I was out there at 10 o'clock at night doing furnace change-outs and answering the calls on my cell phone and writing stuff on my notepad. Well, since then we've developed and grown, and now we have like 10 employees and full-time office staff, and the business just keeps developing and growing, so it's gotten a lot easier that way. It has different challenges, but when you first start out, it's just hard work, and you just got to stick to it and grind through it until you can develop it and grow and get your systems in place.
Well, very nice. Your booth is very popular today, so it's been fun getting to see that. So, what kind of gave you the motivation or inspiration to start this company?
Well, I've been in the heating business for many years, and then my sons got old enough where they were getting into the heating business as well, and they were like, hey, we should go into our full-time business of our own, because this is something that now they can take over from me. So kind of doing it for my boys.
Well, that's a great reason why. Where do you see this or want to see this going in 5 to 10 years roughly?
Yeah, so as time goes, my boys will start taking it over more. I got 4 sons that are involved in the company, and they're married and have families. And as the company develops and grows, I wanted to get it to that level that I can support all of them. So
That's a great goal. Yeah, definitely that's a good goal. And so, what would you say to somebody who is kind of starting out a business? Any sound advice you have for them?
just takes a lot of hard work. You got to stick with it, have great customer relations, and just look at ways to develop systems in your company to help streamline it and make things work efficiently.
That's awesome. Do you have anything else you would like to say to the people?
I just appreciate the general public and everything that everyone does for us. The company wouldn't be here without the support of all of our customers and clients. We have an awesome area here that we service, and we just want to keep going with that.
Great. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. This is so nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, we are here with
Michelle Beckela.
And so you are a financial advisor for Thrivent. What is some of your favorite parts about this job that you have?
I love helping people with planning for retirement. It gives them empowerment when they know that the numbers work or what they need to do to make it happen. And they leave my office feeling relieved. They have a plan, and it just feels like you're really helping someone with something important.
That's great. And how long have you been with Thrivent as an advisor?
It's almost 3 years this summer. First, I had to do a lot of different training with licensing and things. But before that, I was a mortgage lender, so it was a good fit. And now, instead of putting people into debt, I'm helping them go the other way and save instead.
That's really great. That's got to be just so fulfilling. What are some of your challenges that you faced throughout your career?
Well, currently as a mother, one of the challenges is just balancing life and working on that work-life balance. Asking for help. As a mom, we usually don't know how to do that, so I'm working on it.
Yeah. Well, that's really, really admirable. And for you, do you have role models that you look up to while you're trying to figure all of this out?
Well, some role models that I do look up to are other women in my same field. And thankfully, I'm a part of some business groups that I do get access to, working with some strong business women.
What is some advice that you would give for someone who's looking to do what you do?
When I first started this job, they had us fill out a questionnaire and ask our relatives and family and friends if we would be a good fit. And so I would give that advice to somebody that would be doing this same job to become a financial advisor. I would advise them to just ask their closest friends and family, do you think I would be good at this? Would you come to me? Would you work with me? What are some tweaks that you would make? So sometimes your family and friends are your best critics, good and bad. And so that's what really worked well for me.
That's great. And so do you see yourself continuing with this business for as long as you can?
I do. It's a business that can grow with you. Well, the company I work with, Thrivent, they're here for the long haul. They've been around since 1905, and they pay their claims. They're really strong. They have a lot of assets and a lot of reserves. I love helping people. It really serves who I am as a person. And also, I'm at a good point that I'm in my 40s, and so it's a good thing for me to learn personally right now to be saving for retirement. So it betters my life personally as well. But yes, I do see it happening long term.
That's really great. Thank you so much for having us.
Hello, we are here with Carl today of Outshaped. So Carl, can you tell us a little bit about your business?
Absolutely. we make Expo displays, like this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Large format mailing, fiberglass panels, fiberglass product. Pick a boat manufacturer in the area. We might have made like the boat hulls for them, or a lot of the semis, stuff like that, all the body panels. So we like to make big shapes, make them fast. We spell right.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that definitely explains the shoe display. That's very cool. So you're one of the owners. So how many years ago did you start like this business?
In 2016, we became a business, started doing it in 2015 for a local foundry. Put in a robot, was running it for him for a while, milling art cores for bronze sculptures. And then soon that became like, we absorbed it, made the entire company, and then just started expanding it into more stuff. So it was originally bronze art cores, and now it's everything that's big.
Nice. So that was like 10 years ago then?
Yeah.
So kind of what are your like hopes or like thoughts going forward, maybe like 5 to 10 years in the future with Outshaped?
At that point, we're looking to be somewhere around maybe 50 employees, and it's all really people who are super passionate and like they like to create, they like to like have a really like a true skill that they can use, and they want to grow and learn nonstop. That's the kind of people we employ, and there's tons of people like that in the area. So this is a really powerful spot for us to be in this industry. And then as a business, we want to be the place that people go, they want an Expo display, they call Outshaped. They want a new panel for the front of their bus, they call Outshaped.
So when you first started in like 2015, what were some of like the struggles or like trials trying to become more like out there?
First off, just not knowing how to run a business. So it was really hard. We had the equipment, we didn't have the sales. So you're calling people, begging them, do you need a shape? You know, and not knowing what they needed. So starting from absolute zero was really hard. At this point, if I wanted to start a new business, I could go into anything with manufacturing and have a lot easier time than we did back in 2016. Not knowing anything, don't know the people, don't know the industry, don't know the parts. That was hard.
Well, now knowing the information that you have now, what's some advice you could offer to other people who are starting new businesses?
Definitely start with something that you know really well, and it should be something that you're good at, but not doing like as a true passion, because you're going to ruin your passion if you do it something you love for work. But if you do something that you're really good at and enjoy, and you know about it, you can partner with some people who know how to sell it, how to market it, how to do all the financial stuff. You'll have a lot more success, I think.
Well, that's great advice. Do you have a lot of fun with what you do? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I can tell for sure.
Yeah.
So is there any other things you can think to say?
Yeah, everybody needs a really big shape like this.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today. This was really fun. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
All right, we are here with Soundscape, and this is
Ben Hollitz.
Katie.
And I am going to ask you guys some questions about your business. So you are the owner. How did that, or what did that look like when you started?
Yeah, I've always had interest kind of in home audio, video, sound systems, and home theaters, and kind of been in the business, in the industry for around 20 years, and kind of just branching off on my own here, and trying to bring home technology kind of out west, Dassel-Cokato and surrounding areas, and work with builders and wire houses up for surround sound and home theater and networking and surveillance, smart home type things. So yeah, just trying to bring that out here.
That's great. So when you first started, what were some of the biggest challenges that you had to face?
Man, I mean, I think right now it's just getting the name out and yeah, kind of building the clientele and finding people interested in having home technology and kind of smart home in their home. So
Yeah, and so working with people, is it like challenging? How does that look?
No, I think it's a lot of it depends on the person, obviously, but some people can catch on pretty quickly to the technology, and some people need a little more training and understanding. But you try to kind of scale the system based on their level of understanding and want. So some people might want everything installed in the house and control it with their phone and all that, and some people might just want a few simple TV jacks or something. So it's kind of working with each client on what type of technology they want and keeping it simple.
Yeah, that's great. So what are some of your favorite parts of what you do, your motivation?
Yeah, my favorite is probably the home audio. I love just having music on everywhere, and you can select it from your phone what you're playing and have it playing in multiple rooms and different volumes here and there, and kind of as you go out throughout the house or yard even, you can just have the same music playing everywhere or different music playing in the kitchen from the backyard if you want, and that's kind of my favorite thing, and seeing people's kind of reaction when they see it too for the first time, like, oh man, this is so cool. I can control this from my phone, and it doesn't have to be all the complicated equipment that it had to be years ago. So
Yeah, that makes so much sense. And for you being the owner, what does your day look like every day running the business?
I mean, there's a little computer work, making proposals and talking on the phone a little bit and reaching out to people, and then there's the install days where you go out and it is just me right now, so I kind of do it all, and yeah, go out and install, whether it's wiring a house or going to hanging up the TVs or wiring up a rack or something, and it's kind of, yeah, do it all.
So where do you work? Like Dassel-Cokato? Do you go in the metro? What does that look like? Do you have to drive far?
Yeah, so I'm based in Cokato, just home business, home office right now, and kind of targeting the surrounding areas within like a half hour, but I certainly am in the cities quite often too, around the lakes, Lake Minnetonka and Orono area. A lot of houses up there that have like the whole technology package. So
That's really great. What is something that you would give for someone, like advice-wise, if they're trying to start their own business?
starting your own business, yeah, it's tricky. I'm just a few months into it, and it's one step at a time, and don't get flustered too easily, because there are hurdles to overcome, and it takes time, and I'm not always the most patient, but it teaches you a little patience, and you just got to kind of keep moving one step at a time.
That's really great. And last but not least, what would you say is the definition of success for you?
Success. Yeah. I think it's just finding that sweet spot of, not being too busy, that you're just overloaded, and having enough to just keep you going too. So finding that middle ground.
Well, thank you so much for having us, letting us interview you.
Well, thank you so much for inviting us to the 2026 Dassel-Cokato Business Expo located here at DC High School. We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about the local businesses here. Thank you.